Hey guys, it's Sash, and this is going to be going through a little bit of an A execute. There's minimal smokes, but obviously the more things you add, the better your execute is going to be. So this is coming on from your little piece of map control in the earlier video. You're going to come into boiler, you're going to start jiggling and potentially pre-firing this little spammable piece of wood, just in case you didn't realise you can actually be killed by an AWP here. A lot of AWPers play this angle, a lot of AWPers play this angle. A lot of people actually like to stack on short. They like to boost up, they like to get in really aggressive positions. So taking this map control really methodically, and if you're good at it, it works out really well for your team. To start things off, just a little long smoke. Keep your crosshair anywhere on here, however you want to do it, however deep you want to throw it, whether you want to throw it shallow, whether you want to throw it deep. It's a long smoke. That's all it does. It basically stops you from dying to the guy on long, unless he wants to jump through the smoke like an idiot. You should have a guy ready to kill him, ready to trade. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to throw this long smoke. The second thing you're going to do is then throw an underhand pop flash. Whether it hits the door, whether it bounces past the door, however you want to throw the flashbang, it's basically just going to bloom in the open. And that's going to catch these guys. Because you throw it in a position where you can actually walk in front of it, it's going to go off at the same time as you coming out. So whether they're not looking at it or whether they're looking at it, it's a favourable fight for you. You're going to be able to spot this guy. A lot of people don't realise that there is a tiny little texture bug that you can see people's shoulders. But you're going to clear up here, you're going to clear all these pillars, you're going to clear everything, and then you're going to clear here. Once you've cleared short, you're going to jiggle the AWP in pit, or the AUG on pit, or the M4 on pit, because it's just a horrendous place to play. You really want to jiggle it, you just want him to shoot you, you don't want to take as much damage as possible. At which point you've got short control, and you've locked out long control. Your second guy, he's just going to throw some really simple flashbangs. This is a really nice flashbang to throw. I think you have to crouch. And it actually pops out into pit. That flashbang will blind anyone on site, anyone in graveyard, anyone playing pit, unless they're posted up aggressively here, hidden from the wall. So if they're playing back here, they're going to be blind. If they're playing here, they're going to be blind. If they're playing here, they're going to be blind. That flashbang, really, really good flashbang. If you're executing from outside balcony, getting one guy to throw this flashbang, and then getting the second guy to throw two flashes during the execute basically ensures that you're going to get down and out of pit. Obviously note that he's not going to be blind if he's playing balk, which comes onto the short control. When you're coming short with a little execute, you can boost your friends up. I don't really like it. I prefer to just Molotov out pit, and then using as minimal nades as possible. Potentially you're going to get one guy to flash over, one guy to maybe flash a little bit deeper. If you really want to, you can actually bounce it off into sight. I don't really like that flashbang, but it is very useful for getting the AWPer off of the tight angle. So you've got to time it all very, very well. Just a few pop flashes that can really help you out. And essentially, I see a lot of people who come here. You're just going to die to the AWPer, to sight, to so many different angles at the same time. I see a lot of people sort of edging in, not really sure what's going on. Just do it really methodically. You know, you can actually wallbang this, and then you can tell if there's a guy there. You can actually jump up onto pit, jump up on a haystack. This is one of the best positions to be if you're an entry fragging. You get a nice wide angle on the AWP. You can sort of still jiggle peek sights. You get a little bit more favourable angle on the headshot angle. You can clear anywhere. You can clear pit. If you've got really good movement, and you do this a lot, you can actually walk along here, and while you're clearing sight and things, you can just run across the back of that balcony, and even when you drop down, you're going to be clearing swag, you're going to be clearing everything, you're going to be clearing the guy that plays Shroud. So there's a lot of angles that your entry fragger can clear just by coming up on haystack, getting in a really simple position, just dropping down into pit. Obviously with the execute of flashes, you want him not to be blind, but it basically all comes down to this one guy. If you really want to, you can smoke off the AWPer. I don't really like it. If you really want to, you can smoke this off. I don't really like it. You can Molotov out here, but I prefer to just go in guns blazing, keep the trade frags and the basic CS high.